they call him?
What do we do when we finish is my real question.
That's in Canada.
I have a
We go, whenever they go up, we're all going to shift down,
Okay.
so whenever they're done, they can come and sit on the next
So,
line.
here's what we're going to do now. For purposes of trying to...
All Hallows Eve by Dorothea Tannen. Be perfect. Make it otherwise. Yesterday is torn in shreds. Lightning's thousand sulfur eyes rip apart the breathing beds. Here bones crack and pulverize. Doom creeps in on rubber treads. Try lipstick shades to tranquilize at fears of age and general dreads. Sit tight, be perfect, swat the spies. Drink tasty antidotes. Otherwise, you and the werewolf, newlyweds.
Hat by Thomas Hardy. If but some vengeful god would call to me from up the sky and laugh, thou suffering thing, know that thy sorrow is my ecstasy, and that thy love's loss is my hate's profiting. Then would I bear it, clench myself, and die. Steeled by the sense of ire unmerited, half eased in that a powerfuler than I had willed and meted me the tears I shed. But not so. How arrives it? Joy lies slain, and why unblooms the best hope ever strown? Crass casualty obstructs the sun and rain, and dicing time for gladness casts a moan. These purblind doomsters had as readily strown blisses about my pilgrimage as pain. Mad Song by William Blake. The wild winds weep, and the night is a cold. Come hither, sleep, as my griefs enfold. But lo, the morning peeps over the eastern steeps, and the rustling birds of dawn the earth do scorn. Lo, to the vault of paved heaven, with sorrow fraught, my notes are driven. They strike the ear of night, make weep the eyes of day, make mad the roaring winds, and with tempest play. Like a fiend in a cloud, with howling woe, after night I do crowd, and with night will go. I turn my back to the east, from whence comforts have increased, for light doth seize my brain with frantic pain. Cartoon Physics, Part 1, by Nick Flynn. Children under, say, 10, shouldn't know that the universe is ever expanding, inexorably pushing into the vacuum. Galaxies swallowed by galaxies, whole solar systems collapsing. All of it acted out in silence. At 10, we are still learning the rules of cartoon animation. That if a man draws a door in a rock, only he can pass through it. Anyone else who tries will pass into the rock. 10-year-olds should stick with burning houses, car wrecks, ships going down, earthbound, tangible disasters, arenas where they can be heroes. You can run back into a burning house. Sinking ships have lifeboats. The trucks will come with their ladders. If you jump, you will be saved. A child places her hand on the roof of a school bus and drives across a city of sand. She knows the exact spot it will skid, at which point the bridge will give, who will swim to safety, and who will be pulled under by sharks. She will learn that if a man runs off the edge of a cliff, he will not fall until he notices his mistake.
Earth, you have returned to me, by Elaine McHugh. Can you imagine waking up every morning on a different planet, each with its own gravity, slogging, wobbling, wavering, at tilt, and out of sync with all that moves and doesn't? Through years of trial and mostly error, did I study this unsteady way, changing pills, adjusting the dosage, never settling? A long time we were separate, O Earth, but now you have returned to me.
Acquainted with the Night by Robert Frost. I have been one acquainted with the night. I have walked out in rain and back in rain. I have outwalked the furthest city light. I have looked down the saddest city lane. I have passed by the watchman on his beat and dropped my eyes, unwilling to explain. I have stood still and stopped the sound of feet when far away an interrupted cry came over houses from another street, but not to call me back or say goodbye, and further still at an unearthly height. One luminary clock against the sky proclaimed the time was neither wrong nor right. I have been one acquainted with the night.
Question by May Swenson. Body, my house, my horse, my hound. What will I do when you are fallen? Where will I sleep? How will I ride? And what will I hunt? Where can I go without my mount, all eager and quick? How will I know and think it ahead is treasure or danger when Body, my good bright dog, is dead? How will it be to lie in the sky without roof or door and wind for an eye, with clouds for shift? How will I hide?
A Boat Beneath a Sunny Sky by Lewis Carroll. A boat beneath a sunny sky, lingering onward dreamily in an evening of July. Children three that nestle near, eager eye and willing ear. Pleased a simple tale to hear. Long as pale that sunny sky, echoes fade and memories die. Autumn frosts have slain July. Still she haunts me, phantom-wise, Alice moving under skies, never seen by waking eyes. Children yet the tale to hear, eager eye and willing ear, lovingly shall nestle near. In a wonderland they lie, dreaming as the days go by, dreaming as the summers die. Ever drifting down the stream, lingering in the golden gleam. Life, what is it? What a dream.
Snowy Owl Near Ocean Shores by Duane Nieto. A castaway blown south from the Arctic tundra sits on a stump in an abandoned farmer's field. Beyond the dunes, cattails toss and bend as snappy as the surf, rushing and crashing down the jetty. His head a swivel of round glances, his eyes a deeper yellow than the winter sun. He wonders if the spot 200 feet away is a mouse on a crawl from mudhole to deer grass patch. An hour of wind and sleet whips the air. Nothing darts or passes but the river underground. A North Pole creature shows us how to last. The wind ruffles his feathers from crown to claw while he gazes into zeros, the salt, slick rain. As a double rainbow before us arcs, sky and owl, we leave him surrendering to the echo of his white refrain.
Snake Oil, Snake Bite by Dalruma Ahmed. They staunched the wound with a stone. They drew blue venom from his blood until there was none. When his veins ran true, his face remained lifeless, and all the mothers of the village wept and pounded their chests until the sky had little choice but to grant their supplications. God made the boy breathe again. God breathes life into us, it is said, only once, but this case was an exception. God drew back in a giant gust and blew life into the boy, and like a stranded fish, he shuddered, oceanless. It was true. The boy lived. He lived for a very long time. The toxins were an oil slick, contaminated, cleaned. But just as soon as the women kissed redness back into his cheeks, the boy began to die again. He continued to die for the rest of his life. The dying took place slowly, sweetly. The dying took a very long time.
Little Girl by Tammy Hound. She's with Grandma in front of Grandma's house, backed by a willow tree, gladiola, and roses. Who does she ever want to please? But Grandma seems half pleased and annoyed. No doubt, Mother frowns behind the lens, wanting to straighten the sassy face. Maybe laughs, too. Little girl, mouth wide, tongue out, yelling at the camera. See her little white purse full of treasure? Her white sandals? She has things to do, you can tell. Places to explore beyond the frame. And these women picking flowers and taking pictures, why won't they let her go?
Late Echo by John Ashbery. Alone with our madness and favorite flower, we see that there really is nothing left to write about. Or rather, it is necessary to write about the same old things in the same way, repeating the same things over and over, for love to continue and be gradually different. Beehives and ants have to be re-examined eternally, and the color of the day put in hundreds of times and varied from summer to winter, for it to get slowed down to the pace of an authentic saraband, and huddle there, alive and resting. Only then can the chronic inattention of our lives drape itself around us, conciliatory and with one eye on those long, tan, plush shadows that speak so deeply into our unprepared knowledge of ourselves, the talking engines of our day.
Next, Hannah McMillan. So do you. It's all about the handshake.
It's all about you.
Next up, Maya La Liberty. Next up, Ella Schaefer. Next up, Chase Carmichael. Next, Abby Madrid. Next, Nathan Quimby. Next, Kitty Rahman. Next up, Autumn Sky Williams. Emma Jaco Descamps. Olivia Pye. And Lou Farmer. In third place, Lauren Farmer. Second place, Ella Schaefer.
And representing Rangeley Lakes Regional School this year at Poetry Out Loud is Emma Jocko DeCone. Thank you all very much for coming. If you would, one more round of applause for everybody here. Thank you, judges. Good day.